Hello everyone, we are here at Avid Connect 2018 and I'm here with Ross Shain of Boris FX at the Dell booth. We are working here on a Dell Precision workstation, and what are we going to see? What are you going to present to us today with Mocha VR?
Sure, yeah, I'm showing here at the Dell booth one of our products, which is called Mocha VR, which is a tool that we've designed to basically implement a visual effects workflow for 360 video. And as you know, this is not easy. When a 360 video creators, they want to move the camera to create immersive experiences, and then there's a lot of post-production that has to be done to resolve and make that footage look better. So things like stabilization, tracking, masking, and object removal are things that we specialize with Mocha VR.
And a lot of problems that we see in VR are obstacles in the way, such as the camera itself and cars, motorized vehicles that are actually moving the camera around. So maybe you can show us a little bit, how can I, remove these objects or the rotors of any, helicopters or drones in the way? Maybe you can show us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think we'll start with a little stabilization example. And again, when you shoot in 360, like you say, you're capturing everything. So if you have a drone, if you look up, you're going to see that drone, or maybe even if the drone has a stabilization gyro on it, still the wind and things like that could make the video very difficult to watch in a headset. So I'm going to show you in Avid Media Composer how we can use Mocha VR to stabilize.
And what machine are we working on here?
Yeah, this is a Dell Precision 7720, which is a workstation class laptop, so it enables us to do high-end 360 finishing on the road, on the go. So it's a really powerful system.
Excellent. So let's dive right into it.
All right, cool. So here I'm in Avid Media Composer, right? And this particular clip, if we're looking at this is an equirectangular clip, so it's been stitched. And you can see as I scrub through there, all these little bounces. That's the kind of thing that will be very, very unsettling to watch in a headset, and we might even get sick if we watch that in a headset. So in our Avid effects here, we have something called Mocha VR, which is a plugin from Boris FX. It takes Mocha Pro's Academy Award-winning planar tracking technology and has optimized this for 360 video creators. So we'll go into effect mode here, and then I'm going to launch the Mocha VR interface. And now this enables a whole workflow inside of Avid that will allow us to see the 360 pixels. So we can flip back and forth between equirectangular distorted view and this flattened view. So as the editor, I'd rather work in this view than work in this distorted pixel view. So what we do is we basically touch the tracking button here, and you can see that this shape is following the mountain range. So before we do anything, we want to use the planar tracker to track pixels. Once we have good tracking data, and that's what Mocha is known for, we can do all kinds of good things with this data. We can use this to drive masking, we can use this for stabilization, and use this for object removal. So just let that go for a couple more seconds. Again, if I flip this to the headset emulation view, this is what we'd be seeing if we had a headset. And I'll just hide that for 1 second. We certainly, this kind of motion where the camera is really this kind of motion, this is going to make us sick, give us a sort of motion sickness. So what we do here in Mocha VR is we simply select the area that's been tracked. We have this reorient module, which we have a red line which represents the horizon, and the horizon's actually distorted in this particular view. I'll turn this off, I'll hide the interface, and now we've totally have stabilized and smoothed out what was a very jittery camera. If we look at this in the headset emulation view, we've made this much more stable and watchable. So stabilization has become a big issue for all the 360 creators who want to move the camera. And this is a very simple, efficient way to do this kind of thing.
And this actually in just a couple of minutes. I mean, it's easy to set up, and what you just pre-prepared is only set up the rectangular shape.
Yeah, the only thing I had pre-prepared was just the shape that I had created, but absolutely, in fact, what is kind of nice is that many people know Mocha because it's bundled free with Adobe After Effects, so they might already understand the whole concept of tracking. So now it's just taking that to the next level with 360 video. So it's not very hard to teach an editor or an effects artist how to stabilize their 360 clips.